Hey Keep fans, this is your boy Keepster. And if I can go at least like the rest of this year without doing a rant, I'm gonna save my sort of like thing with Cartoon Network on my main Keepcast episode tomorrow night. Stay tuned for that. But tonight, me and Kasumi have a little bit of a bone to pick with a certain company that we both starting to not adore as much in the recent times. A little company called Atlas Gaming Studios. And so, as with every Atlas release, it's understandable that, say for instance, Soul Hackers 2, a completely new game, gets released. Understandable. We don't want to put spoilers unless you're streaming it, and it's like, and I've been streaming Soul Hackers 2, by the way, when it first was dropped. Like, I didn't get any strikes for that. But that's not the main focus of this topic. The main focus of this topic is like Atlas's streaming guidelines when it comes to Persona 5 Royal Remaster, and typically strict according to this headline. So I'm gonna read what this headline has to say, and then we'll discuss. So we are but a short few days away, says the article, from the Switch release of Persona 5 Royal, which my girlfriend's gonna get. Just like clockwork, the game's publisher Atlas has released a note guidelines for anyone wanting to live stream it. So apparently, I think this does not. Okay, I'm just gonna give him devil's advocate and say that if you're a PS4 owner of this game, which I am, it may not affect you. But if you're a Switch or Xbox or even Steam owner of this game, that's where it's gonna really matter. But I'm hoping I'm right about that. Let's see, guidelines. Otherwise, make a playthrough of the video. Blah blah blah. Persona Central trustworthy news. They cover all things Persona, so it's legit. As we come to expect, these guidelines are pretty specific. Much like the former rules of the Persona 5 guidelines are made basically around spoilers, tightly under wraps, though there is concerns regarding streaming gaming music. Here's a breakdown. Atlas asks all streamers to include any spoiler warning on any video concerning the game so that everyone is aware that stream content seems fair. So this is what I'm gonna, since I'm on my new Game Plus run, just to be on the safe side, if you've been keeping up with streams, I'm currently doing the Okumura Palace. I'm about a good chunk away from getting to the original end game of the original Persona 5. So when we do, being me and my audience plus Kasumi that's watching my playthrough on top of, she's going to begin her playthrough pretty soon. I will, granted they're not going to stream, but I will just say third semester on the title. I'm not going to say anything specific. I'm just going to be like third semester part 1, 2, 3, 4. Just so that I don't get the copyright strike in case I want to show that on my YouTube page in the future. But we'll get into that in a little bit. So let's see. So they include a warning, and then, but wait, it gets more specific. We're not done yet. Atlas asks players to not include the final section of the game, meaning no videos are allowed of the ending. And this was kind of the case with the original Royal release, by the way. To allow as many users, this is from Atlas, as possible to the edge of Persona 5 Royal, we ask that you refrain from posting, they're not going to listen, for posting the following segment from December 12th to the ending, is what they said. On top of the cutoff point, Atlas is also asking streamers to not use games background music in their videos or all uploads. Okay, so on top of, if I'm gonna upload the vlog of Atlas, I have to include the @Atlas and @Sega in the description somewhere. Okay, that's a little bit overkill, but okay. If all this seems overkill, it's because it probably is. With the game's original release on the PS4 back in 2019-20, there are definite spoilers that are already out there. That being said, anything that can be done to prevent unwarranted spoilers getting getting to people who don't want to see them is always a plus, which I kind of disagree on that, but I want to pass the mic to Kasumi. Kasumi, you represent Royal. You chosen to pick this character up. So, what do you think of these recent guidelines of a port that came out 2 to 3 years ago, and what's being
Well,
said and done?
well, I honestly think that there shouldn't be any guidelines because, like you said, this game is 2 years. It was put on the original Persona, put on the original PlayStation 4, um, and this was in 2020. Now, I get because of the time difference with Royal, but if they do this with Golden and Portable, I'm gonna get not happy with this company.
I don't think.
I'm
Okay,
basically gonna say
let me remind my
no.
audience. So let me remind you. They ported Golden for Steam, like I want to say a little bit before Royal originally came out or so. Not that long ago,
I
or
thought
right
it was
around,
last year.
yeah, sometime last year or whatever. They had no guidelines whatsoever on Golden. So I'm hoping that they don't impose those guidelines on Portable when it comes up because it's what? At least 20 years? At least longer than that? It's
10,
like,
20 years.
yep, somewhere around there. Boy, Atlas, you sure hit a can of worms lately. uh, seriously,
It doesn't help that this news came out when the okay. Also, this news came out when people are already frustrated that Royal is for digital download is installed on their systems, but they can't play it.
yeah, and I understand, but it's like on one hand, it's a 3 year to 2 year old game. On the other hand, it's like, and I hate to be like this douchebag, but it's like, what's stopping people from getting a PS4 and then buying Royal for cheap? Like, I understand a PlayStation console was not the
But
cheapest investment, but it's like, if they want to save a little bit of money, that would be the way for them to get Royal right the heck right now. If they want to play it right now, at least as far as this recording is
not a lot
concerned.
of people come from that privilege.
Yeah,
People can't just drop $500 on a console right now just because they want to play one single game.
but I definitely know people that have. So
Yeah, I probably know some people who have,
yeah, but
but
it's not to blame them. It's just like typically what sells people to get a game is if it happens to play on exclusive. And Broil now it's a time exclusive. Now no longer will be an exclusive. Um, it's just kind of a shame that like I get it. I understand Atlas. They're trying to save face. They're trying to not get backlash for the people that haven't played. But it's like it's not. It shouldn't be Atlas's responsibility to care about people that whine about spoilers. Okay. Again, if it was a completely new IP, I get it. But it's like, dude, it's a freaking
no.
2 to 3 year old game. It's not even that long ago, and it's already considered getting a remastered. What's next? We're gonna get
Uh,
it like a complete overhaul of Royal for whatever the reason, and then add FemMC as DLC or something. Is that?
Alice has already screwed up a lot lately. This is just adding more to the dumpster fire. How much more can the fans take of this before? Like, I'm gonna say now, Golden and Portable might be my last games I get from Atlas. period, if this keeps it up.
Yeah, and let me just tell you, Kasumi comes from a good place. She is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Joker simps, Persona 5 fans, Persona fan in general. And if she's saying that Atlas is screwing up, you know you done fucked up, Atlas. And coming from a fan myself, I am disappointed. Like, yes, this is like the industry standard, but it shouldn't be. If I'm just warning Atlas Studios right now, if I receive one copyright strike from you guys, you're gonna lose me as a customer. You're gonna lose Kasumi here. And if we find out that I get a strike on any of my streams, I am not supporting you guys ever again. And consider that my one and only warning to Atlas. To any Atlas PRs that's listening, you better rethink your position on that. So, and I was just watching a YouTube video earlier. They were saying that you can't stop people from posting the final boss ending, the third semester's villain, Palace. At this point, it's not really much of a secret if you think about it.
Yeah.
It really isn't. And even Kasumi here, who hasn't played Aurora yet, she knows quite a bit of things already around the third semester.
What are you going to do, Atlas? Take down every freaking video that released the third semester final boss fight just to. That's not just to appease the beginning players, which they already probably watched the walkthrough at this point.
Yeah, are you gonna?
It makes no sense.
This is like the same sort of stuff that Nintendo pulled with Super Smash Bros. Brawl or something. Like, this is like Nintendo levels of like policing. So it's like,
That's I'm already boycotting the Pokemon Company and Blizzard. I don't want to boycott any other company, but I might have to.
yeah. I was just to say, if we're the Persona 5 characters, we're probably want to send a calling card to Atlas Studios, and that's kind of ironic because they created the characters.
A lot of people want to send a calling card to this company in general right now, and it's
Yeah,
start caring about your fans, not about
the bottom line. Not about
the
your
bottom line.
not about your investors. Start really listening to what we want. And it's not about us being greedy. We take whatever you can dish out. But if you dish out kind of crud to our rate, if you dish out crud in our wake, we're gonna call you guys out for it. Like, we're not just gonna take this sitting down. Just like the fandom thieves and what they stood for, we're not gonna take this sitting down. So, anyways, this is all we have to say. Keep percent of yonder names. You want to say goodbye? Any last words from Atlas Studios right now?
No, just fix your guys. Just fix your shit, please.
Yeah.
I'm being dead serious.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right. Yeah. Fix your stuff. Get your shit together. Do better, Atlas. Anyways, take care.
Been a little while, but I'm still battling. Moving fast while you just prattling. No time for me, no tangling. Hit you in the spot with no angling.